Welcome here to Dwyer Field for this 5th grade Mason Comets game against Lebanon Black. I'm Anthony Rose here with Daniel Panetti on this game. Just missed the first play of the game for a 9-yard pickup by the Mason 5th grade team here. We go into this game.
And the Comets, they got back in the winning column last game. It's been a great day for Comet football, getting a lot of big wins.
Big run to the outside here for the Mason Comets. Number 17, Ryder Ross, with a big run there. We're going to go ahead down to the field for player introductions now.
My name is Aiden. I play tackle on defense, and my favorite player is Justin Jefferson.
My name is Carson Brock. I play defensive end, and my favorite NFL player is Jamar Chase.
My name is Tristan Ballard, and my position is center and everything on the defensive line. My favorite player is Brian Dawkins.
My name is Moses. My position is defensive lineman, and I don't have one.
My name is Isaiah Watt. I play QB1 and linebacker. And my favorite NFL player is Joe Burrow.
My name is Matthew Council. I play QB and corner. My favorite NFL player is Jamar Chase.
My name is Ben Collier. I play offensive guard, and my favorite football player is Trey Hendricks.
Hi, my name is Jordan Andrew. I play wide receiver and corner, and my favorite NFL player is Tyreek Hill.
My name is Ryder Ross. I play wide receiver, running back, linebacker, and my favorite NFL player is Jamar Chase.
My name is Jude Minaccio. I'm number 18. I play tight end, and my NFL player is Jamar Chase.
My name is Xavier Light. I play tight end and defensive end, and my favorite player is Deion Sanders.
My name is Zach Powell. I play defensive end, and my favorite player is Jamar Chase.
My name is Dawn Payne. I'm an O-line, and my favorite NFL player is Dave Montgomery.
My name is Lakin Campbell. I'm offensive lineman, and my favorite NFL player is Joe Burrow.
My name is Nolan Warner. I play middle linebacker and running back. My favorite player is C.D. Lamb.
My name is William Johnson, and my favorite NFL player is Joe Burrow.
My name is Bodie Kant. I play tight end. My favorite NFL player is Joey Bosa.
We're back here for a run to the outside here. Oh, a fumble by Mason.
I think Lebanon got on top of it.
Oh no, it ended up being Mason getting back on top of it, luckily for Mason there. Number 36, Nolan Warner, jumping on top of that one after a strip fumble there.
It's like the heat is even getting to the equipment here upstairs. Having issues with the scoreboard clock.
Not wanting to run, so we're keeping a digital clock up here, the announcer is. So Mason's gonna second down here. Run right up the left side there, down to about the 1-yard line. Looks to be enough probably for a Mason first down. Just short of a first down. They're gonna call it just short of a first down.
I think some of the most overlooked part about, you know, these kind of Grimes Bowl games and this kind of heat is these kids, these players have already been warming up out there in these pads for about an hour beforehand, you know, getting ready for the game. So they've already been, you know, in this heat for a while. The sweat's already, you know, in full swing. This game, seeing the temperatures in the 90s.
I will say it's much better than having a rainy day where we're getting delayed for lightning and things like that. Makes for a lot longer day. These kids get warmed up and then they get put in a lightning delay. So here's 4th down. Looks like false start on Mason. They're going to call a false start on Mason instead of offsides, which Mason was hoping for. So.
And then if the officials could let us know what the official time is, we have the iPad back up. We can get the time going. $13:30 it is.
Well, it looks like we got the iPad back up and running after the brief meltdown up here on it. So got a clock going, 13:25 to go now. Mason's got the ball on the 7 here for a 4th down. Looks like they need about the 1-yard line to get a first down here. So lined up under center here. A handoff right up the middle, and he's not going to get it. He's only going to make it to about the 5 there before he's tackled by a host of Lebanon Black kids. Number 17, Ryder Ross with the carry, just short.
And a big stop by the...
I would think that Mason would be okay with that. They're going to turn the ball over on the 5-yard line. It looks like there's going to be a stoppage and play here now.
Lebanon will get the ball back deep into common territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line.
And that's a great job to bounce back from that Lebanon defense. They gave up that big play where the Comets were able to kind of flip the field, get in a good spot, and the Lebanon defense just stood their ground right up against their own end zone. It's a nice job from that defense to bounce back.
Yeah, they could have easily have given up and let them score that touchdown there, but that defense wanted no part of that touchdown. So here we are with Lebanon taking over from their own 5. Dangerous area of the field here for Lebanon. We'll see if they go under center or shotgun. If they go shotgun, you got to be wary of a bad snap and end up into a safety or possible recovery for a touchdown by this Mason Commons defense, who I'm sure is ready to put some points on the board after the way they just ran the ball down the field. It does look like they're going to the shotgun formation for Lebanon. Send a player in motion, a bad snap, but picked up off the ground, but it's going to end up being a safety. Did he get him in there? Yes, he did. A safety, first one of the day. Danny, what do you think about that?
How about that? Wouldn't expect to see a safety this part of the day.
No, not really not in the Grimes Bowl either. Usually you don't get many of those around here. So
it's a big spot. So a new score today, 2-0 lead for the Comets. They'll get the ball as well, and that's just a great play. You get that good field positioning. Lebanon having troubles with the snap, as we've been seeing with a lot of teams today. Having that trouble when you find yourself inside that black turf of the Mason end zone. It's not going to go your way.
So Mason's going to get the ball at the 50 now because of the safety rules for this age group. So after any safety, the team will get the ball at the 50 instead of the 35. So Mason's going to take it from the 50 here. Hope to continue their success of moving the ball down the field. Mason lined up in that shotgun formation. Running backs to each side. Handoff here. Bouncing it to the outside. Nice tough running there by the Mason Comets.
And number 43, William Johnson, your ball carrier.
So William Johnson, number 43, is the ball carrier there.
Pick up about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
I think so far they've used a few different kids to run the ball for this team. It doesn't really matter who they're using. It seems to be picking up good yardage. Good job by the offensive line getting blocks and getting downfield to pick up those secondary blocks as well. Looks like we're going to get a pre-snap penalty here. on the Comets for a false start.
Against the Comets. It'll back about 5 yards, so now 2nd and 10.
Looks like some cloud cover is going to be moving in here, which would be huge for some of these teams out here. Maybe even those in the press box up here. Getting a little warm. Some of the fans on the visitor side hiding in the only bit of shade over there they can find, which is not much. Well, it looks like we're all going to be shaded here for a little bit with the cloud cover moving in. Another play here, run up the middle. Big hole up the middle. He's just not willing to go down easy. He picks up the first down.
And number 17, Ryder Ross.
There's some tough running from Ryder Ross.
17, Ryder Ross just running over kids, running through tackles, arm tackles.
Absolutely. We saw a glimpse of this yesterday for this 5th grade team, and Ryder Ross just running with some authority, and that's showing out a little bit more right now.
So Mason's got the ball here, first down. Looks like they're going to throw the ball. Nope, he's going to take off and run it to the right side, wide open on the right side there. Nice run, decided to pull it down and run for it instead. Number 11, Matthew Council, decided to go ahead and take off and run instead of throwing the ball there. Didn't see his first option open and immediately pulled it down and ran to the other side of the field. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 2 here for the Mason Comets. The ball at the 31 of the Lebanon team here. Another handoff to 43 again. William Johnson with the run carries the ball for a first down for Mason. Pick up about 7 on the play there.
Cameron Crockett. Pick up enough yards.
Cameron Crockett with the stop for the Lebanon Warriors.
Going to be 1st and 10 on the Lebanon 25-yard line.
So here comes a first down for this Mason Comets team, who's been running the ball extremely well so far. Doing pretty much whatever they want at this point. Send a man in motion, like a jet sweep. Ends up hitting the hole, but there's a flag on the field. He's still on his feet. Finally goes down after a 9-yard pickup, but this one's probably going to end up coming back.
And nice little running there. Looked like he was running through a slip and slide the way he was trying to evade some tacklers there at the end.
Unfortunately, it's going to come back for holding on the offense on that right side of the line.
And we got a water break.
Looks like we're going to have a water break here. They're at that temperature now, on-field temperature where it's required that they have to take these mandatory water breaks. Pushing 95 as a heat index, and I'm sure the field temps at 100 or more at this point.
Cloud coverage finally starting to come in a little bit. Can help depending on how long it stays for.
everybody needs water out there, including the officials. Get going here again. Yeah, that cloud cover is going to come in here and definitely make a huge difference here for these players. You can already feel the temperature dropping right now as the clouds move in for us. So
all the hard work you guys are doing there, keeping everybody fired up.
Hopefully that helps the players out there. So here we go with Mason, first down and 20 now after that holding penalty on them. Lined up shotgun. Again, low snap, but picked up and ran again for a very nice run. Still on his feet, still moving, bumping off kids, finally shoved out of bounds.
And number 11, Matthew Council.
After a good run by Matthew Council again, just refusing to go down.
These Mason runners just, again, running with a purpose, running with authority. Trying to get into the end zone already.
Getting closer and closer here. We're going to have a second down and 3 here for the Mason Comets to try to get a little bit closer to that touchdown that eluded them by just a couple yards on their last drive that resulted actually in a safety in the end. So there's a end around jet sweep, and he's going to take it to the house here. It's going to be a Mason touchdown.
Mason.
A nice run, jet sweep to the outside. Nobody was out there. Number 21, Jamison Moss with the touchdown. Nice run to the outside to put Mason up 8-0.
And nice job from the quarterback as well. It was a bit of a low snap. He was able to quickly pick it off the ground. Give it to the running back, quickly give it to the receiver coming in motion as if nothing happened. And then he has a wide open lane getting it into the end zone. Gives the Comets a little more insurance.
Shows great patience by the quarterback, Matthew Council, to just relax and do it and go. Looks like they're going to line up and go for the 2-point conversion here as they're back on the 6-yard line instead of the traditional 2 here, and they're going to throw for it. No, he's going to run it. Matthew Council's going to take off to the outside but be chased down from behind for a tackle, so no extra point there. 2-point conversion fails. We 8-0 Mason with about 3:55 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and you're not able to get that extra point, but it still gives you that 8-0 lead, and the extra point to a touchdown is only equaling 1 point. That makes this a 2-possession game. So it's going to take a good amount of effort for Lebanon to try and come back in this one.
The question becomes is if they move it back to the 7, do they get 2 for it? Or why did Mason have the ball back on the 7 right there? Not sure. So it's been a long time since I've been around a youth football game to remember. I know in 6th grade you could go for 1 or 2 and they moved it back, but I didn't know if they did that at 5th grade or not. So interesting to see there. So now Lebanon Black's Warriors gonna take over here, and the Mason Comets defense is gonna try to hold them with 2:55 left in the first. Another fumble snapped again. Looks like Lebanon fell on it this time. Low snap. Quarterback unable to hang on to that one again. Just a low snap there, but I think something that, you know, like you said, as a center, you want to see your quarterback hold on to that. And as a quarterback, you want the ball a little higher. It's hard to hand off those jet sweeps and things like that when you're picking the ball up off the turf. So here we go with 2nd down and about 13 for the Lebanon Warriors. Went under center this time and blown up almost immediately.
Yeah, it looks like the Warriors kind of forgot the play a little bit.
Looked like everybody forgot the block there. Number 4, Aiden Rosado with the tackle for loss, the sack there. The quarterback didn't stand a chance to do anything there.
Number 8,
Trayson Ballard in there as well. A few of the guys in there. So Lebanon 3rd down and 16 now. And they're hoping to be able to get a clean snap off. I don't know if they've had one yet. There's a clean snap. They're going to look to throw and throws and nearly picked off, but then almost nearly caught.
And Michael Lewis's pass attempt almost broken up by a gang of Mason.
Passing on this Mason defense does not look to be easy. They had a couple guys over there. Like you said, that one almost picked off. Thomas, if they did get the interception, maybe time for one play.
It looks like Lebanon has declared that they're going to punt. Which is new at this age level. It's going to be down right where he touches it.
All right, excellent job on that punt.
So I guess they don't allow no movement at all. They just want the boys practicing on the hike, the catch, and the kick.
And it looks like we're going to end the half.
And that way, at 6th grade, they can do that. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and call the half. Mason 8, Lebanon 0 to end the first half as this runs down. We'll be back for the second half more after this.
I'll just call out the first name. So everybody keep a good round of applause. Your Mason Comet cheerleaders for Bella, Alexa.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Hi, my name is Jen, and I'm the founder of Boxful. I created Boxful out of love for a friend. During COVID, a close friend of mine lost her mom, and as were the times you couldn't really get on planes or attend funerals. I sent her flowers because you send flowers, but it felt empty and not personal enough. And I'm a hugger, and had I been there, I would hug her. So I was looking for any gifts hug-related and didn't really come across anything until I saw a teddy bear with long arms, and I thought maybe I could send her a bear hug. So I attached the arms to the box flaps. I wrote a little note about how I wished I could be in the box to hug her, but since I couldn't, to hug this bear instead. It got such a great response, and she obviously felt loved. And I thought, maybe there are other people looking for a thoughtful option other than flowers. For me and with Boxful, it's really important that we have this opportunity to connect people across the country, across the world, in happy moments and sad moments, when you can't be there in person, to comfort and hug the ones you love.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Merrymont. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Merrymont. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
And we're back here for the second half of this 5th grade Grimes Bowl matchup between the Lebanon Warriors and the Mason Comets. Mason put up 8 in the first half off of a safety and a touchdown. See if they can repeat the same thing here for the second half. Lebanon's going to start with the ball here to begin the second half from the 35.
Yeah, it was a good half offensively and defensively from the Comets against the Warriors. They got that safety after a nice first drive, put the ball on the 5-yard line, and were able to get those 2 points, then get the touchdown. Didn't get the 2-point, but they still have that 8-point lead.
And Lebanon's hoping to fix some of their snapping problems here. First snap, good. Run to the outside, but tracked perfectly by the Comets there.
And handoff to number 5, Henry Bacon, met in the backfield by number 43, William Johnson.
Number 43, William Johnson with the stop there. So it's going to end up being 2nd and 13. Number 5 just could not escape him. It looks like Mason's getting very good penetration into the backfield here. to start the second half, just like they were in the first half. So nothing's changed for them. I'm sure the game plan from their coaches was keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, keep this shutout alive, as many other Mason Comet teams have done today.
Send the guy in motion again. A snap's going to hit the motion guy and get picked up by the Warriors. Once again, snapping issues for the Warriors. Plague them there. Losing another yard and a half, 2 yards out of that one. So it's going to end up being 3rd down and 14 for the Lebanon Warriors. This Mason defense seems to be just swarming all over these guys, not allowing them to do much. And even when they do have good snaps, they're right there on them. Here goes the 3rd down play for the Lebanon Warriors. Try to get some momentum going here for them, see if they can get a snap down. Another bad snap over the head. Looks like Mason might have recovered. We'll see here what the refs say. Yes, it's going to be Mason's ball. Recovery.
Well, at some point, all of the snapping mishaps are really going to come to bite you. And that time it does. It goes over the head, and then it takes a Mason bounce towards the line of scrimmage. And you got a couple guys sitting right there waiting for it.
Allowed Zach Powell to jump right on top of it. He was ready to go. So Mason's going to take over at the Warriors' 26-yard line. And with the way they've been running the ball, I only give it a couple plays here, barring any penalties on their part, to get it into the end zone. So we'll see if Mason can curb those false start penalties and move the ball down the field.
The sun just barely peeking out between it's like a circle of a cloud. You know, everybody in this stadium at Dwyer Field is just hoping that these clouds can take away the sun, especially the players on the field.
Here goes another in round for another play here to the outside, but he's gonna be met by 2 Warriors. Looked like a fumble there at the end. Orange flag down. Did the Warriors get the ball? Yeah, they did. They got it right back from the Mason Comets. Unable to see when exactly it came out, but Ben Nolan came up and had no ball when he got up off the turf. Had a nice run going there, got it stripped out by the Warriors defense, and the Warriors take over possession again from the 20-yard line. So Mason had a chance there and then hold on to it. So the Warriors going to take over.
And that's a big defensive play. It only took one snap for the Comet offense, and Lebanon defense, they've been showing out pretty well today. They did give up a touchdown, but they had a goal line stand earlier to start the game, which led to that offensive safety. But it's been a fairly solid day for that defense.
Yeah, and if they can figure out their snapping issues here on offense, you know, maybe they can get something moving here. But this Mason Comets team's flying to the ball right now. There's another one. He gets hit. Another fumble. Oh, he didn't. He picked it up. Tried to pick it up. Ended up falling on it for another recovery by Mason. So 3 plays, 3 fumbles, 3 turnovers.
Everyone's just playing hot potato against each other. No one can hold on to the football, and you can see that they always just tell you, get on the ball, just dive on it when you're going to get it. But you know, those guys in the front 7, they're thinking, this is my only chance to try and get into the end zone and get 6 for myself. They've been unable to pick it up. Just have to fall on it. And Mason takes one play.
Mason gaining yards here towards the end zone, but haven't had any positive yards on offense yet. So they're going to take over first down on the 14-yard line here for Mason. And like I said, they're gaining yardage here, but not even on offense. They're gaining it on defense.
It brings a whole new meaning to get the yards any way you can.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, they're getting yards on defense to help out their offense. Now their offense has to hang on to the ball here and put it in the end zone.
Well, let's hope that the Comet offense can break the streak of consecutive plays with a turnover.
There's a low snap, and Danny Panetti about jinxed it there, but he's going to take it up the field here. The runner for the Mason Comets gets a lot there, ends up getting a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal here.
And
number 89, Ben Nolan, with a good run. He picked it up off the turf and said, "Don't worry, guys, I got you."
It's like he was going to be getting the ball anyway, so unable to get it from the handoff, goes from center and then straight to the guy who's going to take it. So catch a bit of a break and it works in your favor.
You can always use a little bit of a good luck bounce, things to bounce your way. That's what happened there. So instead of 4 straight turnovers, we went to a plus play of 11 yards for a 1st and goal for Mason here. Mason trying to get lined up here. A little bit of a confusing formation for him, it looks like. Trying to get everybody in the right spot. And here we go, under center this time. 3 running backs in the backfield, so who they're going to give it to. Another big stand by the Warriors defense. They're just not willing to let them into the end zone once they get inside the 5.
And our red zone offense can be some of the most difficult offense that you play. It's a lot different strategy-wise versus, say you're at the 50 and you have so much room to work with. But there that time, the Lebanon defense, they just seem to have the Comets' number for the most part when it comes to being in the red zone.
So it's going to be 2nd down from the 4 now for the Mason Comets as they try to put this one in the end zone and go up double digits here over top of the Lebanon Warriors. So they're going to go back to shotgun, put a guy in motion, bring him across formation for a jet sweep. Can he get outside? No, he's not going to get outside. He's going to end up with no gain on 2nd down. And maybe a loss of 1 here.
Number 5 on that outside just came flying in, able to make a nice play.
Looks like there's a flag down on the far side of the field. Whether or not they want to accept it looks to be on Mason.
Looks like it'll be declined.
Legal shift on Mason. They're going to decline it and take 3rd down. That's how confident the Warriors are in this defense, that they're not going to give up this touchdown. They don't want to back it up 5 yards. A timeout by Mason with 10:34 to go. Warriors would rather take a loss of down than go ahead and allow them to push back 5 yards and give them more room to work with. Cloud cover keeps moving in here, cooling things off for these players and these fans. Some of the coaches and the volunteers that have been here all day. Makes it for a little bit of a relief later in the day. I know some of the field people have been here all day, and the board and everybody else, so sure they appreciate the little bit cooler weather and kind of a breeze that's picked up a little bit. As we get back to football here with 3rd down and from the 5-yard line for Mason. Gonna try to move the ball. Been having problems here inside the 10 here to move the ball any closer to the goal line. Shotgun again, handoff. Met in the backfield and finally tripped up. Almost got free. One defender to beat there on the end and might have gotten closer to the end zone. Looks like he lost another yard.
That's number 14 to come and trip him up behind the line.
5 men in first and got back on William Johnson, just could not get away from him. So it's going to be 4th and goal here for the Mason Comets. And you almost have to think that they might end up throwing the ball here just to try to mix it up. But 4th down and from the 6-yard line, crowd's getting into it. Nice run off tackle again, but spun down for a loss of 4 on 4th down. This Lebanon Warriors defense just not willing to give up that touchdown.
There's another big goal line stand for this Warriors defense, and I think that mascot name is suiting this defense well, Warriors, because they're having these long drives going right up against their goal line, and they're making some big stops against this Comet team.
Yeah, for sure. They're really getting after it on defense and showing Mason that, hey, you know, when we get down here towards the goal line, you're not just going to waltz on in. We're going to make you earn it. And right now, Mason hasn't been able to penetrate that defense and get in there and score a touchdown from this short distance.
Last time that Lebanon was in a situation like this, those bad snaps really came to haunt them. And we saw the last drive end because of a fumbled snap that the Comets took advantage of. So the Comet defense, you want to be aggressive here.
Yeah, I think you got to send guys after him really, early and try to get after him. I mean, you're looking for that bad snap. They're going to go out of shotgun right here, which, half the snaps have been bad or fumbled by the quarterback himself. So here's a good snap. You're going to throw for it. Nice stop route. Nice catch by the wide receiver out there. And a tackle on the outside. It was a nice play, drawn up, quick out, get out of your end zone. Get out there and let's start moving the ball down the field is what the Warriors are thinking here. Let's get down, maybe tie this thing up and end this game on a really good note here. I think Mason's trying to run somebody off the field in a hurry. So another pass attempt again, an incomplete pass this time.
And Finn Lennox pass attempt to Hunter Mathis. Ball's incomplete, to be 3rd down and 3.
It looks like the Warriors have decided to go pass heavy here. Their run game really wasn't doing much. They were being met in the backfield 5 and 6 yards deep every time that they ran the ball. So here goes the 3rd down play, 3rd down and about 3. They're going to pass again. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and he throws it on the run. Incomplete pass. So it's going to bring up 4th down for the Lebanon Warriors. We'll see if they decide to punt again or if they're going to go for it here with only 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. So good defense by the Mason Comets, number 89, Ben Nolan there. Looks like Lebanon's decided to punt, so you'll see the same formation again. No rush on the punter. They're going to allow him to take his time and punt the ball down the field. Wherever they recover it is where the ball will be down at. It bounces over his head and ends up down at the 32-yard line for the Mason Comets. Isaiah Watt picks the ball up to down it at the 32. Mason's going to have the ball here. 1st down with about 6 minutes to go in this one.
So you like the game that you've been seeing from, I'd say, both defenses on each side. The Mason Comet defense pitching the shutout, and Lebanon Warriors, having a couple of goal line stands here, about 5 minutes, 40 seconds. We'll see if they can have another good defensive drive to kind of add on to that.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, that you're holding them out of the end zone. You're keeping this game close. If this was a real game and we're, in the midst of a fourth quarter battle here, it's good to know that your defense can do this. Keep the game close, allow your offense to figure out what's going on, and maybe, break one loose for a big gain or a touchdown, and you tie it up late in the game. So looks like Mason's going to go 2 wide receivers out to the far side here and shotgun again. Looks like they're going to throw it to the tight end. Oh, gets hammered. Ends up incomplete.
And we have a laundry on the field.
Not sure what the call is going to be here. They're going to definitely a flag on the field. Not sure what the call there was. Not sure if it was a legal shift or a legal man downfield, but I didn't see a signal from the referee other than maybe a potential legal shift, but I didn't think any of the Mason players were moving prior to the snap, so I'm not sure what the call there was. But Mason's going to lose the down and 5 yards from the looks of it, so I'm not sure what's going on. And so Mason, second down here. As the clock winds down to about 3:35 here to go. Gonna take one under center here. Try to mix it up a little bit. Number 17, big hole up the middle. Gets struck down there at the last second. Otherwise, he might still be running into the end zone there. Nice run by number 17, Ryder Ross, right up the middle.
And this offensive line has been doing a nice job being able to open some holes.
I think we're going to get a water break here, maybe. Maybe not. Nope.
Tackle on the field was a good wrap-up tackle by number 33, Camden Crockett.
They stopped the clock there for a brief second, and then now we're going to go ahead and roll on. So with 3 minutes left, Mason's facing a third down here and about 8 here. Let's see where we end up after this play here with very little time left in this one. Another handoff. Number 17, big stiff arm. Another big stiff arm. He's still running. He's going to be into the end zone here. We'll have to wait to see what the flag's about, if it's going to end up being called back or either way, though. Some tough running by number 17, Ryder Ross, and it will come back on a holding penalty on the Mason Comets.
Yeah, Ross has been having such a nice game on the ground. A couple stiff arms, as we'll see here on this replay. Able to get through a nice hold. There's one. Makes a couple miss. There's another.
Not 100% sure where the hold was at. I might have missed it there, but the side judge ended up calling the hold there. So it's going to come back, negating the touchdown for Mason, who's been desperately trying to get on the board for their second touchdown here. They're just on the cusp of it a few times, and things like that, or not blocking or a fumble or whatever it might be, has cost him touchdowns today. So here's another snap, handoff, met in the backfield almost immediately. Still on his feet though, still bounced the ball outside. He's got a blocker out front who's helping him. Nice run down the sideline, still inbounds, finally steps out. But looks to have enough for the first down on 3rd and 14.
Almost found the end zone until number 1, Michael Lewis, showed up.
And now we got time for about maybe one more play, one, maybe two, with just about a minute left. See if the Comets, you can tell that they are thirsty about putting this ball into the end zone.
Yeah, William Johnson made a good run. I mean, he's 3 missed tackles right there at the line of scrimmage. A 4th one comes flying in, and he gets a blocker out front. Didn't catch the number of who that was there out in front of him, but he did a great job to get down the field and kind of hold off 3 guys almost as he took the ball down the field. Comes another fake handoff and a QB keeper that only ends up picking up a yard or 2 with about 30 seconds to go in this one.
Wyatt brought down by 3.
Mason's in a hurry. They really want to score this touchdown. They want to put points on the board. The Warriors want to hold them out. Might get one more play in here. Another handoff, and he has it behind his back. Somehow pulls it back around. I haven't seen that one before. It looked like he was going to run with it behind his back there for a while.
I don't know how in the world a handoff gets behind your back in a way like that.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this one, though. It's going to end up being 8-0 Mason. Good football game all around by both teams. And we'll be back after the next game to finish up the last 2 from Dwyer Field.
Saw some outstanding play on both sides. Very encouraged about what we'll see with these teams coming up.